Hi YouTube, it's Narissa. I said I was going to try to get this out so that you guys could see the little crafts and the little charms that I was going to make for my summer solstice get-together in the park. And I started making it, so I thought, well, I'll grab the phone and I'll do this for you. Now, if you have any questions, comment below. I'll try to answer them. I don't, you know, I don't check my YouTube videos a lot, so I may miss it. I'm sorry. But I will try to watch real closely. First off, for an arts and crafts project, which I try to do every time we do some kind of event, if I put anything on, anyhow, I do this. I mean, for my little classes that I was teaching for a while, I would have people do an arts and crafts thing so that they could use it in their craft and not, you know, have to go out and buy stuff. They can make their own things. So, this is how I do it. This is what I'm doing this time around. Now, I told you that I was going to make God's eyes. Going to have my friends at the get-together make God's eyes. So, yesterday made a video of it, but I don't like how the video came out. So, I'm going to do this a little bit different. I already did that, okay? But I glued sticks together. Alright, I took two, what are they called? Lollipop sticks, ice cream sticks, you know, popsicle sticks. I mean, there's so many words for them. But they're two wood sticks. I found a spot in the middle, and I put a dab of glue, and then I put the other stick on top of it. Now, we're only doing the two because I don't have much time. I'm limited on time, and so doing something big or doing something extravagant, it takes away from the time that we have, and we only have a couple of hours, and there's a lot to put in a couple of hours. So my plans are small, simple, and go with it. So along with these sticks that I put together, and when I glued them together, I used Aleene's Tacky Glue. It's like my favorite arts and crafts glue. I love it. And I use it for a lot of my things. Even my bookmaking, previous videos you've seen my books that I make. And then what I'm going to do is, let's see if you can see, the top shelf over there, that top shelf, I'll probably take all of those yarns with me. There's a whole bunch of different colors. People can choose which colors they want to make. And then I have scissors. I have a kit that I take with me whenever I go do things. If I'm not doing it here in my house, I take a kit with me. That way I have scissors, pencils, pens, markers, or whatever. So I have an arts and crafts tote. There we go. Well, I've also started making my sculpty. My sculpty? Okay. I started making the medallions that I want to give as gifts. Okay? So I'm going to take you along on that little adventure. What I've done is I took my square of sculpty, okay, and see this little machine right here? This little machine? It flattens it out. It's a pasta roller, but I bought this in the arts and crafts department, and it flattens it out. And I put it on a number, looks like, I think a number 9, so that it would be just a little bit thick and not too thick. And then I've got these little, this one here, I have a whole bunch of these little different types of cookie cutters, or, well, they're clay cutters, but they're 3 different sizes. I think there's a bigger one and a smaller one, and I'm going to use this size, which looks like probably an inch in diameter. And I'm going to start cutting on my Fimo clay. So I'm going to set you down here so you can watch what I'm going to do, and then I'll explain what else I'm doing. The little charm, remember I showed the little charm? I tried it. It's not going to work. So I'm going to make it myself. I'm going to do something different. So I'm going to, I'm saying a lot, aren't I? Anyhow, I'm bringing you along. So I'm going to sit you down. Here on my little tripod thingy. See, can you see it? There we go. There. I think that's good. Yeah. All right. So I take my little cutter, and make sure it's the sharp side down. Do it this way, and cut into each one. And sometimes they'll pop up out of it, so I just kind of push it out on the other side. I hate doing it this way because it leaves marks. My fingernails mark the material. Now, remember, I thought I didn't think I was going to have over maybe 20 people, so I'll probably just make 20 of these, okay? But that's how I'm going to do that. So I'm going to go along and I'm going to cut out all of this, and then this is how I'm going to do this. Okay, there. Okay, see my little circle? I have a stamp. And this is from the Magical Stamp Kit. I'll show a picture of it later, but I went on ahead and I took this piece and I washed it really good, and then I took a piece of clay that I probably won't use, and I kind of pressed it down into it so that it would lift all of the dirt, all of the ink, and all of the crap out of the inside of it. So it's a clean rubber stamp, okay? And that's all this is just a rubber stamp. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the rubber stamp and I'm going to kind of center it in the middle, push down on a little bit, and pick it up. Now see how it brought up the piece of clay? That's what I was having problems with earlier with the little sun. I could not pick it out of it. Okay, so see how I have the spiral? Now, inside of the spiral, outside of the spiral, I'm going to pick a good spot that has enough room, and I'm going to take, it's a porcupine quill. I use it a lot when I make magical stuff. And I'm going to put a hole right there. I'll hold down on my little guy and put the hole there, because that's where I've got to put my metal jump ring through after I bake these in the oven. Okay, now the spiral is a specific size and everything, but I wanted to make it kind of look like a sun because we're honoring the sun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little tool, okay, at the end. It's just about the same size as the mark of the swirl, or and I'm going to just kind of make little rays coming out of it. Just go along, and it's kind of hard to see, I'm sorry, but I'm just going to kind of make little rays coming out of it so it looks like a sun pendant instead of anything other than. Just kind of made some short ones and then some long ones coming away from the spiral, you know, so that it kind of has that sun vibe going on. And each one of those little slots, of course, when you cook it, they stay there. They don't maneuver or anything like that. And then after I cook them, this is going to take me a while to do, but after I cook them, make sure that they're kind of, yeah, just deep enough that you can tell that it's like a sun. Almost looks kind of tribal. I didn't like the way that the little sun pendant made it look. So, okay. So, let's see if I can get this to where you can get a good look at it. See? Okay. That's what it looks like. Then I'm going to put them in after I get all of these done. And I'm going to sit here and watch me do all of this because it's going to take me a couple of hours. But after I get that all done, then I'll put it on a cookie sheet. And it, always, when you bake Sculpty, put a piece of wax parchment paper on top of your whatever cooking sheet you're using. Just do it, because when they're done and after they've cooled, you just pick up that sheet and they all slide to the center and you can put them in a bucket. It's simpler. It makes it easier. It's just like baking cookies, except it doesn't smell so good. One of these days I hope I get one of those little the little ovens that you can plug in. I don't have to use my big oven downstairs because it's hot here and it raises the temperature in the house and it's icky. Well, this is Narissa, and those are my 2 projects, and then I have some stuff that I'm writing up. I try to print out everything so that everybody has a copy of what I print out. That way when we, you know, they have a little bit of information so that the new people have something to put in their, you know, book of shadows, and same with the older, you know, more experienced witches. But it's just, it's a learning thing, and I try to help people and give them stuff so that they have things for their, you know, collection, their books, or whatever. And I hope y'all have a wonderful summer solstice, and a happy Father's Day to all those fathers out there. And a happy Father's Day to all those Mother's Day out there. My dad used to say, Happy Father's Day, Mother. I thought it was funny. So, I'm going to get to work. I have a lot to do before Sunday. And then on top of that, I'm crocheting a baby blanket for my new great niece. So during the daytime I work on this stuff, and then at night I sit with my husband and we watch shows and I crochet. So, great blessings. Happy solstice. Bye.